my friends. Today we have a new review here on Vini Pompeo Modeler YouTube channel. This time the new box of Kinetic Gold series for the FA-18C Hornet from a special boxing for VFA-27 Royal Maces in 1/48 scale. This is a new box, a rebox of the Hornet from Kinetic. That is the best Hornet in the 48 scale, okay? And with special markings for the Royal Maces US Navy Squadron, okay? First of all, when you start the review, I always like to check the boxing, the packing, and the first thing that you can see is the nice box art done by Ed and Toby for a keg bird of Royal Maces VFA-27 Squadron. This is a rebox, and every time you see a rebox, you just think of that something that come with new decals, and the rest of the kit is the same of the other box. But it's not the case in this new release from Kinetic Gold series. We have some additions to the original kit, and I will show you along this review. Some details are important. We can see that decals are designed by Fighter Town Decals, by Brian from Fighter Town Decals, so it's a very high quality and well researched decals, and printed by cartography, something that's common for the new releases from Kinetic. So decals are something very important to me, because it's could be the difference between very nice work and to have a bad look over your model with silvering or not a good quality of tin film on the decals. So we have here a release that come with high quality decals from design to the printing work. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside the box. I will back with the box opener. Okay, here we go, opening the box. As you can see, we have the traditional black and white instruction sheet from Kinetic, okay, with the map of the pieces, some color guide here with Ammo, Vallejo, Mr. Color, Tamiya, and Umbro colors to be used on the model. The step-by-step build instructions. It's something usual in all the Kinetic models, this black and white instructions. Then here we have the color chart, okay, the decals application and paint guide done with high quality by Fighter Town Decals. We have also, as you can see, decals for the landing gears. In my opinion, it's bring the model to life, because this small details make all the difference on the end of the build. And also decals for the eject seats. Brian is a guy that have this particular view of the details as part of a great result on a build, so it's very, very welcome. I love the decals that he designed, and the special care that he put on the details like this. We have 3 different markings. To be true, are 6 different markings, but the paint scheme is different in between 3. The other details are numbers and position of names of the squadron. So we have all the options inside this box on these decals are for keg birds from Royal Maces between 1999 to 2003. Okay, let's go ahead. Well, let's start with the upper fuselage parts and wing sections. As you can see, this is the parts of the original project of the Hornet. The Kinetic Hornet has completely resisted panel lines. They projected this could use the same fuselage for both twin-seater and single-seater variants. So you can see the nice details on the resisted panel lines of this kit. The lower wing section, this comes injected in light gray plastic, a soft plastic, easy to work, easy to prepare for the building, to sanding when we need to do this. So it's something high quality. To be true, together with Tamiya, it's the best plastic to work on, for sure. Okay, let's go ahead. Well, here we have the lower fuselage section. It's molded in one piece. As you can see, we have nice details for the. Let me bring the light here. Inside the landing gears, okay, you see here, right, we have nice resisted panel lines, as you can see. These panel lines are one of the great goals of the new Gold Series from Kinetic. Let's go ahead. Here are the parts for the landing gear bay doors. As you can see, the main landing gear bay doors are very nicely detailed. Also, the engine parts like fans. Look at this eject seats. Look at the details. It's very nicely done. We have the cockpit bay. The cockpit bay is the same for both single and twin seater. We just for the single seater we just place another part over the second, the rear cockpit, and use the same piece. Here you also can see details like instrument panel, exhaust, right, landing gear, you can see all details are very nicely injected. Okay. Here, the cockpit struts and the rear cockpit parts to make the single seater. Once again, you can see details like wires, like hydraulic arms that help to open the canopy. Right. Let's go ahead. Here is the parts for the flaps, for folding wings options, and also for the nose sections, the side nose section parts, but also for different options of lower surface of the nose section with different air vents and different positions that change from a variant or other due to different configurations along the project. Very nicely done. Check this nice details. You can see it's brilliant, very nicely done. Okay, here you can see the cockpit cover, the wing folding systems, the nice details on the nose. Another trees. Let's take a look at the tanks and pylons, also where intake parts and actuators from the landing gear, and also for the flaps, as you can see. Let me show you the details on the pylons. Okay, let me get another parts here. Let's place this here. Well, here we have the wheels, we have the engine exhausts part, and we have some pylons, some antennas, some the landing gear bay doors, and as you can see, we have nice details here also. Okay, this kind of the tires is divided in two parts, and this sucks to build, but is the way to create good details on the kind of injection. Also we have the double pylons here, the multiple ejector hacks here to place two LGBs or JDAMs on the aircraft. So a good option for this. You can see some details, especially inside of the landing gear doors and exhausts here. Okay, the mirror. You see? Let's go ahead. Well, here we have the another nose part, the main landing gear legs, and the vertical tail parts. As you can see, it's also very nicely detailed, with some details in some raised details like in the rear aircraft and other recessed panel lines. This kind of the mixed details between raised and recessed lines is something very hard to do. Take hours of development on the 3D design, but the result is really awesome and accurate to the real aircraft. Here we have the weapons tree. This is the weapons tree that comes with another boxes of the Kinetic Hornet. Okay, we have here the R2 of these trees, the 3M coming twice, and here we can find the AM-120 MRAN, the Sidewinder L missiles, CBU bombs and LGB bombs, and also JDAMs. Okay, this is the common weapons that come with previous releases of the Kinetic Model's Hornet box. Let's go ahead for the crystal or transparent parts for the canopy and lights and other details. Well, my friends, here is the crystal parts, the transparent parts for the new release from Kinetic, the Reebok Soft Hornet. As usual, they send both the twin-seater canopy, but this box don't make it no one of the twin-seater variants, but it's coming inside, so you can use as a spare part for a future build if you need this. Here is the parts for the single seater. It's really crystal, as you can see. It's really transparent. We have some injection pins here that we have to take care when we remove this. The best solution for this is cut this far from the edge of the piece, and with a small sanding paper remove all the excess that rests there, and maybe you can protect the areas of the crystal part with masking tape before to do this, but try to not cut this too much near to the limit of the part, and you have a risk to damage your part. Okay. Some people always ask why the companies made these canopies with this seam line in this part. This is the only way to create this round kind of shape on the canopy. The injection systems cannot do this without this seam line to injection here. Okay, this is the reason. If you want to have accurate part with correct shape, we have to deal with this point too. Okay, maybe in the future the technology evolution brings some new solution for this, but for now, if you want a piece with the correct shape, we have to deal with the seam line that you have to remove with a sharp blade of a hot knife and sandy with 1000, 2000, 3000 till 5000 sandpaper to polish this. Okay, you need to have patience on this. Here the parts for the windshield, parts for the lights and sensors. Okay, and here is the introduction for what comes as addition on this model. As I told you first, this kit brings something new that are not on the previous release of the Kinetic Hornet. What I will show you now. Well guys, this is the great addition on this kit, a new set of armament with different options that we have on the first boxes of the Kinetic F-18 Hornet in 1/48 scale, and it's very important to show you this because it's really something very cool to build some of the last variants of the F-18C in operation with this new kind of weapons. So we have here some very interesting weapons like AGM-154. Let me show you this. Let me get first this tree to show these parts. As you can see here, we have parts for AGM-154, right? We have parts for the AGM-84 Slammer. Okay, we have parts for also Harpoon missiles. So we have new options to configure the armament of your kit. And we have also this very nice sniper pod. Okay, so this kit is really a rebox, right? But a rebox that come with new parts, and new parts are the armament that bring to us the option to choose between new loadouts, and it's very, very interesting. And I will show you the decals, and we go to final considerations. Okay. Okay, guys, here is the decal sheets. Okay, we have here the decals for the armaments with stencils, with placards for this is the standard weapons decal sheet for many of the Kinetic kits. It's originally developed for the F-16, but also used on the weapons for F-18 and other release from Kinetic that share the same kind of armament, right? Here, the decals for the new armaments included, like AGM-84, like Harpoon, like the AGM-154, and this masterpiece of design by Brian from Fighter Town Decals, this awesome decals for the Royal Maces DCAGs aircrafts from 1999 to 2003. We can choose the markings, and once again, look like this. Brian take care to the design. Also, the cockpit decals, placards for landing gears, and for eject seats. It's a must for the kit for sure. Very high quality on design and also on print, because it's done by, the print work is done in Italy by cartography. Okay, let's go ahead. So guys, what can I say about this new rebox from Kinetic for the F-18C Hornet? This is a very beautiful paint scheme for a CAG bird, but also we have the reasons to buy for what is inside the box, and not just for the new decals. We have a new set of armament and the high quality of this kit that is considered the best F-18 on the 48 scale. So I'm anxious to start the build. I already built a adversary Hornet from US Navy this year, but Hornets, Tomcats, Vipers, Eagles are not, we've never been tried to build it. So let's see in the couple of weeks, maybe we start this. Okay, hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.